Hi, this is Paul from Tesla Owners US, and today we are talking about this little tiny piece and what it has to do with my air suspension system, with the compressor, the pipes and the compressor tank. It comes after this intro.
I pressed insane. I went insane.
The best way is to go to the car and explain where the pipes are or the hoses are for the air compressor and for the air supply. Just you take a cover off there from the front, and to show you, maybe we find it where this little piece is and what it has to do with the air suspension and the message what you get on the screen when you are starting up your car and when the compressor is constantly working, or the compressor pump, the electrical compressor pump is constantly working. You hear this operating from that compressor pump. So for that purpose, I shut down the car, and as you can see here, I'm looking at the dashboard behind the steering wheel, and then I start the car again, and then you see the lights coming up there, and one of the lights is saying that the air suspension system need to be checked. And that was the case many times for me. So quite a few parts are here in the front. Just I'm open the front from the car, and quite a few parts are here in the front behind for the air suspension system behind this cover. Then let's have a look at it. And we take off this cover, as you can see from here. That's the cover, because most of the air suspension components are visible behind that. So there is here the compressor tank. This is from Continental. You can see here, that's that huge tank that holds the air pressure for this. And where was that special part what I had there? There are some pipes which going to the wheels. Most of the time, what you see here is where you get the problem is if that pipe, the air pipe, through vibration are shattering here at other metal parts, it's leaking air. And then the air compressor pump, I don't see it right now, I'm going to show you the drawing for that. The air compressor pump then pumps more and more because it's continuously leaking air. So where was this little piece? This piece. That piece looks like a valve or valve stem with a cap from a regular tire. So, and it was actually between here. And we just inserted this little piece in between in order, let me see, can you see that better? Yeah, that's how we see it better. Because of, here it is attached. It is attached actually here on the top, here. And then the pipe goes through here. So there is a reason why they have this part. This part is there when you have the system down or no air compression, then you need to fill up air fast. And what is the better way to do that? With an external compressor, through regular, like you're pumping up a tire. And how do you do that? Is you put a valve system here in between. And then you can pump up that system and the air compressor tank with a lot of air. Mostly important because you need that air for immediately if you had the car in service and the whole system was airless, so the tank was down, everything was down, and you need to fill it up fast to test it again, or during production. So when you go through the production line, so then and everything has been assembled, you want to test that, you need to put air pressure on that tank as fast as possible And for that, you need an extra valve for that, because if you leave it up to the smaller compressor in the car, first you are using the electricity from that smaller compressor of the car, and then it takes a longer time. But do you need that in permanent driving? No, because you cannot fill it up in permanent driving. The regular standard electric air compressor fills the system up. And at that time, you might can give up on that. And I tell you now what the faulty problem was. So what you saw there was now this little tiny piece had a problem. There was too much room here and it was leaking at that point, or maybe at both points, air. And then the air compressor was constantly working and filling up the system. And there's more stress on the pump, and it's really not necessary. And then you hear always those sounds from the system, from the air compressor system. So do you need that part? Yes, as I said, yeah, for production, for service, yes. Do you need it during constant driving or doing permanent operation of the car? Probably not. Was another failure point what we fixed in the way that we just had an interim connection piece being set in there instead of that valve. I really cannot tell you what the price of that was, but that repair was easier to do, and the lamp there is not showing anymore. That's it. That was the fix. That was the most economical fix of all. So if you like that, thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, click the bell, and you will get more videos for Tesla who are coming into age and need repairs on a most economical and sustainable way. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye.
I pressed and say